And I have to agree there. I'm from Las Vegas, so I love the warm weather. But Emily does say that we could expect some small snow showers leading up to Christmas. The snow has stopped falling, but as you can see, it has piled up on some of the cars out here, saying that the activity in the area has died down, but this is still an active investigation, and we will let you know what develops throughout the rest of your morning. Of course, if you have that protective eyewear, you can watch the eclipse, but if you don't, there's plenty to do in and around town. As you can see behind me, El Paso County Sheriff's deputies have been on scene all morning long. Well, right now we are in Sinister Haunted House in Colorado Springs. It is in its first year and it's already number 3 in the state of Colorado. We are in the nursery room right now. The lack of snow hasn't been all bad news for businesses in Colorado Springs. Some, like the Patty Jewett Golf Course, welcome the change. They plan to break ground here in 2018 and have the doors to Freedom Springs open by spring of 2019. But there are ways to avoid getting a DUI this holiday season and stay safe on the roads. One of those options is just fingertips away. But sometimes not even the simplest New Year's resolutions are the easiest to stick with. 330 women in Colorado are diagnosed with ovarian cancer every year. 80% of those diagnoses are late stage. Gustavo Marquez was the first person arrested and charged for the deaths of 15-year-old Derek Greer and 16-year-old Natalie Partita. During James Wu's last appearance in court back in April, he asked for his arraignment to be pushed back until now. The judge granted that continuance, but assured the victim's family it wouldn't happen again. This is just a taste of what the roads were like out there. This is a look at a rollover at I-25 near the World Arena. A man was shot and killed by a Colorado Springs police officer. Police were called to the Walmart on East Platte for a man shoplifting. A chase started and ended in a neighborhood just blocks away. Officers on scene say the suspect, 45-year-old Stephen Young, pointed a gun at them.
Shots fired.
Copy, shots fired.
Officers say Young is no stranger to the law. People living in the area woke up to sirens and flashing lights.
Just seeing all the lights and all, just uncommon for the neighborhood.
Greg Finley has lived here for 30 years.
I think it's a good neighborhood, mostly industrial. Very unusual to see this kind of action.
For officers on scene, it's going to be a long night.
It's going to take them quite a while to process the scene. They've got to have the crime lab come out.
The El Paso County Sheriff's Office is leading the investigation. In Colorado Springs, Shellye Leggett, KKTV 11 News. Meet Michael Sanchez, a man who says he lives a rough life.
It's been horrible because they've destroyed my cars. I had to call the cops because they would try to kill me.
It started in 1998. He was convicted of indecent exposure for dropping his pants in a bar. His name added to the Colorado Sex Offender Registry.
Can't get a job, can't move into a place, can't do anything. Because once they run my name, it comes up as a sex offender. It doesn't give details on what it's about.
A federal judge now says the registry is cruel and unusual punishment.
They should do that for us, because then they would give it back us a life.
The Colorado State Attorney General is appealing that ruling. She says it's the public's right to know where a sex offender lives.
It is meant to protect the public and give the public access to information so that they can make themselves safe.
A successful appeal keeps Michael in the same category as offenders he says have done worse.
It's cruel for them to degrade us like that, not knowing exactly what our charges were.
Until there's a final decision on the appeal, Michael's past will cast a long shadow on his future. In Colorado Springs, Shellye Leggett, KKTV 11 News. The pool at the Cheyenne Mountain Resort is closed today, and a driver is out of a car.
My son and I were at the top taking a picture of the lake, and the next thing I know, I heard a loud engine roar.
Colorado Springs police say a woman accidentally drove her car into the pool 10 minutes before it opened.
She jumped at least 15 feet from the edge of the embankment.
Can we go down, Mommy?
Hold on a second.
An 11 News viewer videotaped people jumping in to save her.
I grabbed her, pulled her out the window, got her inside a pool, but it was in an instant the car was submerged.
The driver is expected to be okay, and thankfully no one else was hurt.
Half an hour later, there would probably been 50 people down here at the pool.
The driver was only cited for careless driving. In Colorado Springs, Shellye Leggett, KKTV 11 News. 2 minutes and 30 seconds doesn't seem like a long time, but in the cheerleading world, it's just enough. The Mavericks cheerleading squad has been working up to this moment, making sure their 2.5-minute performance comes out on top. It's a competitive sport, cheerleading, and these girls are ready.
You get to go to the limits that you can and just have fun with it.
And don't let their small size fool you.
5, 6, 7, 8.
These 7 to 11-year-olds mean business. They're in a very unique position heading into the 2017 Division II Summit in Florida.
We're the first ones, and we get to represent Colorado and Pueblo and our gym.
It's going to be tough competition. We've never been there before, so we're not really sure, but we know that they could sure compete in Colorado.
These girls don't seem too nervous. They've practiced and trained hard for this.
These kids are athletes. They train like athletes. They condition. They're in here 3 and 4 or 5 days a week.
Their goal is first place, but they'll take what they can get.
Sometimes you might not win, and that's okay because you know that you tried your hardest.
The Mavericks' time to showcase all their hard work is Saturday. They're hoping not only to bring home a win to Southern Colorado, but also put the city of Pueblo on the cheerleading map. Shellye Leggett reporting, KKTV 11 News.